So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the second class on numerical and statistical method, where we are discussing the concept of statistics. Yesterday, we have discussed the theory portion of what is statistical description of data. So when we talk about describing a data, you can describe a data based on different parameters. Parameters can be a data can be qualitative or data can be quantitative. You can describe a data as a data can be based on primary data, it can be secondary data, or when you try to understand the nature of a data, if you try to understand theoretically, if you try to describe a data, that is called as theoretical description of a data. So under the theoretical description of a data, we assume that the data follow either normal distribution, a data either follow normal distribution, or a data either follow Poisson distribution, or a data either you follow Poisson distribution, or your data either follow binomial distribution. Okay, so generally for the time being, you can remember. I'm not going to detail about them. So we'll do when the right time will come. You can remember for the time being that binomial and Poisson distribution are basically discrete distribution pattern. Binomial and Poisson distribution are basically discrete distribution pattern. They're basically based on discrete distribution pattern, while normal distribution is basically a continuous distribution pattern. While normal distribution is basically it is a continuous distribution pattern, while normal distribution is a continuous distribution pattern. So that you can remember, that you can put yourself in always. Okay, so I'll not go into detail about them. Okay, so more or less you can understand, day-to-day life, the data what will encounter, that they can't be based on probability. So normally those data which are based on probability tends to follow either binomial distribution, or either they tend to follow Poisson distribution, all the data which are normally based on probability. While in general day-to-day life, the data what we encounter, they will not be based on probability. So they follow normal distribution curve. And under the normal distribution curve, yesterday I have plotted the graph for a normal distribution curve. I told you a normal distribution curve follow bell-shaped curve. A normal distribution curve follow a bell-shaped curve, where we believe that whenever we are expressing a data, we believe that the maximum data will aggregate at the center, and which we call as measure of central tendency. So this measure of central tendency we'll discuss today, and we'll do all possible numericals which can come from this topic called measure of central tendency. So under measure of central tendency, we need to study mean, we need to study median, we need to study median, and we need to study mode. Okay, you remember this. Okay, so always remember, where you can remember the relation between mean, median, mode whenever I'm saying. Before I just talk about mean, a mean can be of three types. A mean can be arithmetic mean. It can be it can be arithmetic mean. 1 minute. It can be arithmetic mean. It can be either arithmetic mean. It can be either geometric mean. It is either geometric mean, or it can be either harmonic mean. So when you talk about a mean can be arithmetic mean, geometric mean, or it can be harmonic mean. Normally in day-to-day life, whenever you use the term mean or average, you've seen in many competitive exam also, if you solve the questions on aptitude and all, you'll see that the mean observation something, or the average. So in day-to-day life, we don't know more about median, mode, geometric mean, or harmonic mean. So in general, day-to-day life, when we say mean, average, arithmetic mean, that is being used in our day-to-day life. That is used in day-to-day life, where people use assume all mean same thing, but in the language statistics, they are different things. So you can just keep that in your mind. Many times when you refer many textbooks or on mathematics, or you are studying the 10th 11th standard problems on aptitude and all, so there when you study mean or arithmetic mean or average, all mean same thing. Oh, I hope you understand it. Even in Excel also, even in Excel, even in MS Excel, imagine if I give you some random numbers. If I ask you what is the average, if I ask you what is the average, so Excel, for Excel there's a function for median, okay. But if in Excel, when you say mean in Excel, so you can see you have geometric mean, we have harmonic mean, okay, but there's no arithmetic mean. So in Excel, arithmetic mean means average only. I hope you can understand what I'm telling you. So you can understand this part. So here, when we say mean can be arithmetic mean, it can be geometric mean, it can be harmonic mean. Okay, and here the relation you can remember about them is square of geometric mean is equal to arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. Okay, where the arithmetic mean is greater than equal to geometric mean, greater than or equal to harmonic mean. You can remember their relation. Okay, I hope you people are understanding. I will do discuss a lot about them. In your exam, in your BCA curriculum, you always get a 2 marks problem on harmonic mean. If you see your the problems every year, if you open your problems, every year if you see a question paper, every year you get 2 marks question on harmonic mean. Okay, so we'll do these kind of questions on harmonic mean, geometric mean, everything we'll discuss by one. Okay, so for the time being you need to understand this part. This measure of central tendency between mean, median, mode, you remember the relation between them. I say mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. This relation you can remember, mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So whenever I'm using the word mean, so other way you can understand, this is basically arithmetic mean. One minute. Fine. So remember this relation between them. So now one by one we'll study everything. But this relationship mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean, and the square of geometric mean is arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. You can always remember this. Okay, everyone. So when we now we'll do one by one each topic. So when we say mean or arithmetic mean, when we say mean or arithmetic mean, so if I give you some raw data, if I give you some raw data, so raw data, if I give you some raw data, okay, then the value of arithmetic mean, we represent arithmetic mean by this symbol. Arithmetic mean basically means sum of data divided by the number of data. This is arithmetic mean formula. Arithmetic mean formula is sum of data divided by number of data. That basically means arithmetic mean. Whenever you hear the term arithmetic mean basically means sum of data divided by the number of data. That basically means arithmetic mean. Okay, so that means arithmetic. What is raw data? Please don't get confused. What is raw data? Like this, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, they are raw data. Okay, so this 5, 10. So if I ask you what is the arithmetic mean, what is the arithmetic mean of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? If I'm asking you, what is the arithmetic mean? So this is a symbol for that. Arithmetic mean, that is 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 divide by number. How many numbers we have? 5 numbers we have. Do the sum of them. So this is 15, 30, 30, 50, 50, 75. So arithmetic mean, that will be 75 by 5. So what is the value of arithmetic mean? The value of arithmetic mean is equal to 75 by 5 means 15. You can understand this. You can understand this way. So the arithmetic mean of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So the sum of the data, that is 75 divided by 5. So this set of data is called a raw data. I hope you are understanding. This set of data, we call this as a raw data. Okay, whenever you get a problem on raw data, and from asking you what is the arithmetic mean, so you can simply do the sum of the data, the sum, you do the sum and divide by the number of the data. That give you the value of arithmetic mean. Okay, anyone have any doubt? Anyone what any doubt you have? The same thing what I did here. I did the same thing. No? When I use average this, I use the same thing here. I simply did the sum of this. 12 plus 16 plus 17. What is the sum? 15, 45. The sum is 45. The sum is 45. And the number of data was 3. So the arithmetic mean of that would be 45 by 3. That is equal to 15. I think you people are understanding very basic thing I'm teaching you. So this is the formula of arithmetic mean. Okay, now same kind of data, what you can do when you have 2, 3, 4 data or 10 data, you can do the sum and divide by the number, you will get the value of arithmetic mean. Imagine you have lot of data. Imagine when you have lot of data, like suppose you have 15, then 17, then suppose 47, then you have 43, then 32, then 27, then 19, then 7, then 4, okay, then 44, then 38, then 32, then 22, then 19, then 8, something like this. You have this much data. And I ask you calculate the arithmetic mean. Calculate the arithmetic mean of this data. Suppose if I ask you calculate the arithmetic mean. Now doing this calculation will take a lot of your time. No? Now doing this calculation, you have to do sum, so much numbers of data you have, then you do the sum of those many data, you divide by the number. So that way you can do, or what you can do, same kind of data you can write in the term of class interval. Same kind of data you can write in the term of class interval and frequency. Okay, these all you have done in your PU in statistics. If you have studied, definitely you've done. So you can write the data in the term of class interval. You can group the data, grouping. Yesterday I told you what is statistics. Statistics is the first thing in statistics is the collection of data. Once you collected the data, next thing in statistics is the organization and classification of data. So what you can do, you can organize the data. So I organize the data in these groups, 0 to 9, then 10 to 19, okay, then 20 to 29, okay, then 30 to 39, okay, then 40 to 49, like this. I have grouped the data. Then what is frequency? Frequency means number of time that observation came. So 0 to 9, how many observation came between 0 to 9? 1. Then 2, how many observation? 1, 2, 3. 3 observation is there between 0 to 9. So I'll write frequency. Frequency basically means between that range, how many data repeated. That is frequency. So the frequency of 0 to 9 is 3. Then 10 to 19, 10 to 19, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, then 4. So 4 data is there between 10 to 19. Then 20 to 29, how many data are there? 1, then 1, then 2. 2 data are there between 20 to 29. Then 30 to 39, how many data are there? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 data are there between 30 to 39. Then 40 to 49, how many data are? 1, 2, 3. 3 data is there between 40 to 49. Okay, so what is the sum of frequency? This is called sum of frequency. That is equal to total number of data. That would be 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 6, 15. So you can see this, the total number of data is 15. You can check here. You can count here. Total number of data will be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you can understand this. So you have grouped the data. Okay, you have grouped the data, and this way you have organized the data. This is how we work on statistics. Once we collected the data, the next thing what we do, we organize and group the data. Okay, that is what we do in statistics. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Any question you want to ask? So, so whenever you write the data in the term of class interval, whenever you're writing a data in the term of class interval, when we're writing in the data in the term of class interval, like when you wrote 0 to 9, so this 0 is called as lower limit. This 0 is called as lower limit, and this 9 is called limit. This 0 is called as lower limit, and this 9 is called as upper limit. So this 0, we call this 0 as the lower limit. We'll call this 9 as the upper limit. Okay. So, and this, and I hope you are understanding. 0 is called as, so 0 is lower limit, 9 is upper limit, 10 is lower limit, 19 is upper limit, 20 is lower limit, 29 is upper limit, 30 is the lower limit, 39 is upper limit, 40 is the lower limit, 49 is the upper limit. I hope you understood this. Okay. I hope you understood this. Then next thing, guys, you need to understand that normally, when you see class intervals, when you see the class intervals, when you see the class interval, when you see the class interval, they can either follow discrete class interval, they either follow discrete class interval, they either follow discrete class interval, or they follow continuous class interval. So when you see this class interval, guys, they'll either follow discrete class interval or they follow either continuous class interval. Okay. So now you will be wondering, sir, what is discrete class interval? What is continuous class interval? Okay. So the other name of discrete class interval is when you say is inclusive. The other name of discrete class interval is inclusive class interval, and the other name of continuous class interval is exclusive class interval. The other name of continuous class interval is exclusive class interval. Okay. Now the question again, you will ask the same question: what is discrete class intervals and what is continuous class interval? So you need to understand what is discrete class interval. So when you observe these class interval, when you observe this class interval, like it can like this 0 to 9, 10 to 19, then 20 to 29, then 30 to 39, or your class interval would have been 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So now if you see the difference, so if there's a if you observe this, if this is 9, this is 10, they're not same. You can see they're not same. So if they are same, you can see the upper limit of this is equal to lower limit of this. Upper limit of this is equal to lower limit of this. Upper limit of this is equal to lower limit of this. Then this kind of class interval is called as continuous class interval. This kind of class interval is called as continuous class interval. Okay, while this kind of class interval is called a discrete class interval. While this kind of class interval is called a discrete class interval whenever there's a gap is there. Okay, so I hope you understand it. So what is discrete class interval? What is continuous class interval? I think you people have understood the difference between a discrete class interval and the continuous class interval. Now, going further, you need to remember that whatever I'm teaching you right now, like everything is following a normal distribution curve. Okay, everything is following normal distribution curve, and normal distribution curve follow continuous distribution pattern. Please remember everything what I'm telling you. It's very important that you know that data can either based on probability or not based on probability. Here what we are discussing is general day-to-day life example. where it is not based on probability, because in that case, then it is following a normal distribution curve. And because it is following a normal distribution curve, then you need to know that normal distribution curve follow a continuous distribution pattern. The normal distribution curve follow a continuous distribution pattern. And because the normal distribution curve follow a continuous distribution pattern, so in case in exam, if you get a question where you need to find the the arithmetic mean of this set of data. Suppose I give you this question, I ask you calculate the arithmetic mean. I suppose I ask you calculate the arithmetic mean of this kind of data. Okay, then you need to make sure that the class interval, what you see here, you need to make sure the class interval, what you see here, this should be continuous in nature. The interval, the class interval, it should be a continuous class interval. If it is not a continuous class interval, you have to make it a continuous class interval. Okay, everyone? Because you need to understand in exam, when you get a problem, it can be either based on continuous class interval or it may not be based on continuous class interval. So irrespective of it is based on continuous or not, you have to make the class interval as continuous. And then only you do your calculation. So the first thing when you see the question in exam, the first thing when you see the question in exam, the first thing what you need to do, you need to make this class interval as a continuous class interval. If it discrete, make it continuous. Okay, if it discrete, make it continuous. So make it as a continuous class interval. So how will you make it continuous class interval? Very simple. How will you make it continuous class interval? Find the difference. What is the difference? Find the difference. What is the difference? Find the difference. If you find the difference, 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 if you find the difference of this is 10 minus 1, that is 1. Find the difference, that difference is 1. Okay, that difference what you're getting, find d by 2. Whatever the difference you're getting, find d by 2. That difference what you're getting, that you will subtract the lower limit and add to the upper limit. So no point of writing 0 negative because we are using day-to-day life example which cannot be negative. So this will be 0 to 9.5. Add this d by 2. Add this d by 2 on the upper limit and subtract this d by 2 from the lower limit. So to do this, you will get 9.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 29.5, 29.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5. So make the class interval as continuous in nature. Your class interval should be continuous in form. So if your class interval is discrete, make it continuous. Clear, everyone? So how will you make it continuous? Find the difference. Find the difference between the upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit of the first class interval and the lower limit of the second class interval. What is the difference you're getting? Do d by 2. So the d by 2 value what you're getting, subtract it from lower limit and add it to the upper limit. That way you make this a continuous class interval. All this I'm teaching to 10th standard PU kids. So I hope you have done all this. So you can't say to me that you have not done all this. 10th, 11th, 12th, everywhere in statistics you studied all this. So you get this continuous class interval. So I hope you're understanding. So all this you are doing from childhood, from 10th standard mathematics. And you are BCA student, so definitely you have done mathematics before coming to BCA. So you have to understand this. So you'll make lower class boundary. We call this as a class boundary, where your lower class boundary will be lower class limit. Lower class boundary will be lower class limit minus d by 2. What is d by 2? I hope you understood. D is the difference. Okay, so between the upper limit and lower limit, and upper class boundary, this either you use the word class limit or class boundary for continuous class interval, that means same thing. That is upper class limit, that is upper class limit plus d by 2. This part I think everyone get clear. I think everyone is clear with this part. Upper class boundary, lower class boundary and all. Okay, so you here you understand this. This we call lower limit. This we call lower class boundary. That doesn't make much difference. So these all are statistical word. Look at this upper class limit. This is upper class boundary. So for continuous class interval, I can say the lower limit or lower class boundary, upper limit or upper class boundary, lower limit or lower class boundary, upper limit or upper class boundary, both mean same thing. So please don't get confused. And then there's something called class mark. There's something called class mark. This is where represent the symbol X, which is lower class boundary, 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 plus upper class boundary, plus upper class boundary by 2. So that you have to do, that is your class mark. So that part you have to find 0 plus 9.5 by 2, that would be, I think, would be 4.75. Then if you do, you'll get 14.75. Then you can do, you'll get 24.75. Then you'll get 34.75. Then 44.7. Just add the upper boundary and lower boundary and divide it by 2. Anyone, any doubt? Any question you want to ask? So this is what this will be. This will be 14.5 like this. Then this will be 24.5. This will be 34.5. This will be 44.5. Clear, everyone? So Mega, what I did, which part you want me to repeat, Mega? So Mega, nothing we have to do. Just add the lower class boundary plus upper class boundary divided by 2, Mega. So this you have to do, Mega. This part you have to repeat, Mega. This here, this is 0 plus 9.5 by 2. This is 9.5 plus 19.5 by 2. This is 19.5 plus 29.5 by 2. This is 29.5 plus 39.5 by 2. This is 39.5 plus 49.5 by 2. This we call as class mark. This we call as class mark. This we call as class mark. This X, the word is given, that word, the name, the nomenclature of that X is not so much important. Just for your back of your mind, you remember. Clear, everyone? So now, guys, whenever you have class data in class interval with frequency, whenever you have a data with class interval with frequency, Whenever the data is given in class interval with frequency, then the formula of arithmetic mean, then the formula of arithmetic mean is equal to sum of data by number of data is for raw data. The formula of arithmetic mean is sum of fx by sum of f. What is f? F is the frequency. What is x? X is the class mark. So whenever you have given a data of class interval with frequency, then you use a formula called sum of fx by sum of f. This where the sum of fx by sum of f means what is f? F is the frequency, x is the class mark. So that is this formula you use here. So you'll find f into x means 4.75 into 3. So 75 threes are 5 threes are 15, 1 carry, 21, 22, 2 carry, 14.25. Correct me if I'm wrong. 14.5 into 2, 29 twos are 58. Then 24.5 into 2, that would be 49. Correct me if I'm wrong. 34.5 into 3, 5 threes are 15. 1 carry, 12, 13, 1 carry, 9, 10, 103.5. 44.5 into 3, that would be 5 threes are 15, 1 carry, 12, 13, 1 carry, 13. So you'll get this value. Check with calculator all this. And then you will find sum of fx. Sum of fx is the sum of this. Do the sum of this. This is 5. This is 10, 12, 1 carry. So then this would be 6. 6 plus 10, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. 24 plus 4, 28, 2 carry. 5, 7, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 1 carry. 1 carry, this is 358.25. See if this is correct or not. So once you get the sum of fx, that is 358.25, sum of f is 15. Now you simply divide. So the mean would be 3, sum of fx is 358.25 and sum of f is 15. So you simply divide this by 15. You simply divide it by 15. So the mean you will get is 23.88. This is your the mean value. This is the form. This is your mean value. That is 23.883. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? You can see this question. This question came for you which year? 2015. Question number 29, 2015. Question number 29, 2015. 2015. Question number 29. You can see this question came for 5 marks. But I'll do this question for you. See that. So from the following data, calculate the arithmetic mean. This came for 5 marks. So 2015 5 marks problem which came for your exam. So the class interval is given to you 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, then 40 to 50, then 50 to 60. Okay, then frequency is given to them. Frequency is given to you for this data. Frequency 10, 5, 30, 10, 5, 30, then 25, 10, 25, 10, 20. So this question came for 5 marks in 2015. You have to find the mean of this. So whenever you have a data of class interval with frequency, whenever you have data of class interval with frequency, you use the formula called sum of fx by sum of f. Okay, what is x? X is the class mark. If you observe this data is already continuous. You can see this, there's no difference. This is already continuous, so you don't have to change anything. So just find a class mark. 0 plus 10 divided by 2, 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, 15. 20 plus 30 divided by 2, 25. 30 plus 40 divided by 2, 35. Like this 45, 55, and then so you get the class mark. Okay. Then what you have to do, find f into x, multiply 10 5s are 50, 15 5s are 75, 30 25s are 750. Okay, then 25 into 35, that is, I think that will be 875. You can check that. 45 into 10 is 450. Okay, then 20, this will be 1100. Let me know if anywhere is a calculation mistake. Sum of fx, 5, 10, 1 carry, 12, 5, okay, 1 is carrying, 5, 10, 15, okay, 15 plus 14, 29 plus 1 carry, 30. So this is 30, 0, 3 carry. So 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 22, 23, 2 carry, 3300. That would be sum of f, sum of fx. Now what is sum of f? Sum of f, this would be 5, 10, 1 carry. That would be 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 100. Sum of f is 100. If you find the mean is sum of fx by sum of f. Your mean is 3300 by 100. So your mean is 30. Anyone, any doubt? This came for 5 marks. 2015, you have to calculate the arithmetic mean. Whenever class interval with frequency is given, we use this formula. Any doubt, anyone? Please ask me if you have any doubt. See the calculation. If you find anywhere any mistake, let me know. Anywhere, anything you want to ask, guys, please ask me. So this much we'll do in today class. We'll continue our discussion tomorrow. Anyone, any doubt, any question you want to ask from me? So all the classes what I'm taking, I'm recording these classes. I'll put in my YouTube channel. You can go through them in future if you want. Okay, so I already the link for the class already have given you in past. If you want, I'll give you again. If you have your friends who are in BCA, second sem, in any other college, you can forward these videos. You can tell them to subscribe to my channel, and so that at this tough time when we all are struggling, no one should face any problem. The purpose of making videos is to make sure that you all get benefited. Anyone, any question, anything you want to ask from me? Can we wind up the class if nobody have any doubt? Notes I did not understand. Have understood whatever I have done in this class. So thank you everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.